Okay then guys, what's going on? We're back in Outriders and we've got a bit of interesting information for you today that I thought may well be worth pushing out to you so you can kind of use it as you will. I've been using it quite often and I find it's actually quite helpful, and we're going to dive into exactly why. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on for more Outriders and other gaming content. With that being said, let's dive into the nitty gritty of the leveling system and how you can gain XP the quickest. So we've all been looking for a farm for XP, although some people aren't bothered by this. You do have those completionists that want to get to the top tier ranking. Now obviously with ascendance levels having around 200 points, you want to be able to utilize as many of those as you possibly can as quick as you can, and this is probably the fastest way to do it, although quite boring, probably no different to actually farming the boss as you thought you were doing the right way. So with that being said, let's dive into the bits that we need to talk about. So the boss itself, the end boss, the end arbiter, the one that you go for right at the end inside of the Father's Sanctum, that has no specific loot drop, although helmets is definitely its preferred loot, let's be damn well real. This thing drops around 150,000 XP in a rinse and repeat method. Now this is pretty damn good, although while I was actually farming for some roles that I was looking for, as my Technomancer now only needs the gauntlets and the boots, they're the only two things that we need now to complete the build before we can put up a final build video for you guys. I was farming some gloves in the Arboretum, the Arboritum, you know what I mean, this one right here. This place is a second room deep, so you can go in and you can just jump straight into the Temple of Anomaly, or you can go into the Mausoleum and just run straight through those to get to the second room into the Arboretum. Arboretum, Jesus, this name, why is it so difficult? Irrelevant to it, this room has got different segments, and these segments actually hold a hell of a lot of XP, and I soon come to realise that due to the completion rates, although the boss does only take around 20 seconds to take out, depending on how big your build is, this thing is absolutely bloody bonkers. So the boss drops at around 150k in XP per time that you rinse it, and we all know that you've got 4 rinses, so essentially that's 600,000 XP in the time it takes you to take it out. Now with the Arboretum, this place is a little bit different. This place has 2 rooms, or at least 2 rooms, you can call it 3 if you want to get technical, but the way that this bit works is right at the beginning you get put into a room where you have to make your way through, you rinse through the ads, take them all out, boom, 150,000 XP. That's actually really damn good considering what it is. So we get that 150,000 XP, we then move on into the second room, which is where that giant bird boss is. And if you've got a decent build, you can finish this off in just a couple of minutes. And this one right here gives you another 250,000 XP. So let's put it down to an average of about 5 to 6 minutes completion time if you're fast. If you're not fast, then maybe 10-minute completion time. And this is going to get you a whopping amount of XP, like an absolutely ridiculous amount of XP. And by ridiculous, I legitimately mean ridiculous. Now, if you were to run this whole thing fully, it would work out at about 400,000 XP per time. Now, if we do that 4 times, you can see exactly where this is going. It's 1.6 million in XP just for the completion rate. Now, obviously, this does scale based on how you're leveled and stuff like that, so you will obviously have a little bit of a fluctuation in the XP gain itself. But 1.6 million is an absolutely ridiculous amount. If we look at my character leveling now, my ascension level is 1.6 million, and we can get that done in no time at all. We're working on a basis at the moment where if you complete the boss, you're going to have to do numerous runs, and you may get a new ascension level every hour. With this one, you just don't need that. These are rooms that are on the side parting, so you may well have avoided just to get through to the boss room for the awesome loot and such. But if you're just looking for XP, I'd like to say that you're probably doing this the wrong way. And especially when the new patch comes in and we've got all of the updates, where it's actually a little bit more worthwhile running through the entire thing and going through all of the side troves. This trove is one that you guys will need to remember, because this is an XP pool which has a very, very large amount inside of it. It doesn't happen every day where you can walk into 400,000 XP, so this is one that you guys definitely need to be looking out for. This is a very good one and a very fun one, and something that it isn't so mindlessly numb. With the boss, you can go in, rinse rinse him, repeat, rinse him, repeat, rinse him, repeat, boom. Because you've not been doing this trove, you do find that actually for the first amount of time, you do quite enjoy it. It's a different part of scenery. The way that you have to go through it isn't just like dropping down turrets, just stand there, wait for it to die. You wouldn't be able to do that. You have to run through, you have to make decisions and stuff like that. And because it's not in the general direction of the boss, a lot of you guys may have even skipped this for majority of your runs unless you were target loot farming. But this is one that you guys don't want to sleep on. So if you're in for the XP grind and not just the loot grind, then head on in to here right now and go and farm away your XP, you little beauties. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces, and if you haven't already, slap that like button and subscribe. Post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces. And as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.